Guys, he's live.
We're going live. We're going live.
Let me hear the intro.
The two-sided
There's no intro, my guy.
Double-sided.
yeah.
Bro, what? No, you have to have an intro.
It's just the stream, my guy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream.
Scares here.
D&D.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, my ears!
Yeah.
You need to lower that volume.
The opening song.
Oh, yeah.
I actually really like this song.
I'm gonna record it too, so I can get some highlights out of this later.
Okay.
Did you do it?
Dion, I don't think the double-edged sword is worth it.
I just want a sword and now I'm
So you want a melee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
You're just taking a random sword.
Send the link.
No, the double-sided
Send
sword looked cool.
Yeah, but are you like allowed to have it?
Yeah, he's fine.
Send the link.
I'm
To what?
legal.
The live stream? Give me a bit.
I'm vibing right now. I'm excited. It's gonna be our first Dungeons and Dragons game.
I'm gonna just spectate.
Who keeps leaving? Hi, Shreyas.
What is that? Just show us.
Okay, Andre, start the stream. Start the stream.
It's been started, my guy.
So we have a couple of spectators. Shreyas, unfortunately, you're gonna have to be a spectator. Who else is spectating? Lucas,
Me.
Amon,
Can I be a voice actor?
Jersane.
You don't have a
Yes,
character.
you could do the ghoul voices. It's fine.
Oh,
I'll
wait,
call
wait,
on
oh,
you.
yeah,
Jersane.
Can I spectate or no?
Yes,
Yeah, I gotta
you're, of
mute
course.
Stream.
Okay, what do I?
Here's the stream.
Yeah. If you guys want to spectate, wait, can you guys like mute yourself unless you guys want to talk during it?
I want to talk.
Yeah.
Andre, we're all good. This resolution looks pretty good. We're all good to go.
Did us, actually?
But the only thing I disapprove is that using light version instead of dark. No, it's all...
Dungeons and Dragons, Shadows of Innistrad. Let's go. Welcome, my friends.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's Papa Tony.
No. Oh, turn off the stream. Whoever's got it off. not turn it off. You know, but just mute. Right.
I muted it. I'm gonna go listen to it. Oh.
Who left?
I'll actually put on my Instagram story and get some people. We should all put on our Instagram stories right now.
Nah, I don't
We
really
can
Yeah,
get.
no, we're gonna get bored.
Come
No,
on.
no, who's gonna care? Who's gonna fucking care?
Sammy's
People are
gonna
gonna
come
care,
in here and
bro.
he's gonna start
People are gonna
bullying us.
Yeah. No. We can get 30 people in here easily. At least.
Probably, yeah, if we tell a couple of the Asian kids. And
Yeah.
a couple
And then
of-
they'll just hear us and be like, what are these dumb kids doing?
Yeah.
Feel an invite.
When Ronaldo does the intro, let's give him the space to do it so that it'll be like it can be a
Like real
highlight.
life.
It can be a highlight for the fucking recording because I want that to be a fucking solid ass highlight.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a backstory written, okay?
Yeah.
The floor is yours, my guy.
Right now?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, we didn't hear the trap version of the song. Oh shit.
How many viewers?
Let's lower the rhythm bot volume, okay? 'Cause it's kinda...
Yeah, you gotta make it like chill.
Make it like 9.
That's really low though.
It's fine.
I was gonna say like
Wait,
20.
Andre, what are you streaming on?
YouTube. I'm only streaming on YouTube.
Is that Windows 10?
Ah,
Welcome,
That's 7.
my friends.
Why do you have Windows 7 with that type of computer?
Let Ronaldo do the speaking.
Ronaldo, go ahead.
Welcome, my friends, to another evening of Dungeons and Dragons. Can we get a pongers in chat, please? So here we are joined by Dianafil Perez, Andre Salgado, Emmanuel Tan, and Sean Baez, who will be the players of today's extraordinary adventure. So today we're doing D&D, The Journey of Innistrad, otherwise known as Shadows of Innistrad, which is an ethereal plane inside of the D&D structure. So let me give you guys an idea of what Innistrad holds for you guys. So on the plane of Innistrad, horrors stalk the shadows and scratch at doors in the night. Humanity is beset on all sides. Vampires thirst for blood, werewolves live for the thrill of the hunt, and restless spirits of the dead haunt the living. No corpse is safe from reanimation at the hands of cruel necromancers or cunning scientists, only their grim determination. Now, what we have today, and what you guys can see, is the map of Innistrad, which includes the different provinces. We have Stensia, we have Gavany, Nephalia, and Kessig. Now, let me talk to you about the horrors of the night. So, the people of Innistrad are surrounded by monsters. Almost everything that lives in Innistrad is not human, whether it's a rat or angel, it can be a potential enemy. So, always be on the lookout for anything that may look suspicious. Now, something that lurks inside of Innistrad, within lower towns and human cities, pursuing twisted schemes and unholy desires, are demons that lurk. Innistrad's darkness spreads out through many provinces, and will never come back to the way it was before, when the angel Avacyn used to live. So let us look at the adventure background now. So what is the situation that our characters find themselves in? Later, after I finish this, I want every single one of the characters to introduce themselves, their abilities, and the reason why they are partaking in the journey. So please keep that in mind. So the Archangel Avacyn, the central figure of the Church of Avacyn and the main conduit of holy magic on the plane, hasn't been seen over the last few seasons, and her absence is shown very, very greatly. Since Avacyn has disappeared, prayers have not spared remote villages from werewolf attacks, as they once did. Holy symbols have not stopped vampires from preying on small travelers in the high mountain passes. The dead are not protected from tampering by ghoul callers and geists. With the power of the holy magic waning, humanity is being pushed in a corner by an encroaching darkness that threatens to consume them. Only a select few elders in the church, including Micaeus, who was the person tasked with finding these four gentlemen in order to do this great journey. Only they know what has happened to Avacyn and the Archangel, who is trapped within the Hell Vault after desperate struggle with the demon Gristlebrand. To save Avacyn, well, we still don't know if she's even alive. It would require shattering the Hell Vault and releasing hundreds of years worth of captured demons imprisoned within the silver prison of her. A risky move that may doom the plane and the entire dimension utterly. The only hope that Micaeus and the handful of his most trusted advisors have is a desperate plan. They believe that the artifact in the church's possession, a mystical tuning fork, holds the key to retrieving Avacyn from the Hell Vault without releasing the demons trapped within her. Not understanding how to wield the artifact themselves, the elders have secretly delivered the fork to a musical prodigy in Stensia named Katarina Brunn, hoping her talents can unlock its power. Micaeus knows that the secret demon-worshipping cult, the Skursdag, have members embedded within. Thraben in all levels of the church, nobility, and trades, and the Lunarch believed it would be safer if Katarina studied the artifact in her hometown of Shadowgrange. And that is where we are going now. Far away from Skursdag's influence, the province of Stensia has plenty of its own dangers, and we must be wary of those who reap its benefits. Now, to introduce all of our characters, we're going to go one by one. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Trace, you're not playing this game.
Oh shit.
So we'll see. Osun,
By the way.
Browno. Let's make Sean go first. Okay?
Me?
Yes, so Sean, tell us why. First, tell us your character. Tell us their abilities, and tell us why you are in this mission.
So, I'm a bard and a tiefling. My name is Ramon Kennedy. That's not my original name, mainly because my tiefling used to live in the underworld, like where most tieflings do, because he's like
Yes.
part demon. But he rejected the lifestyle he had there because he didn't like how his father like lived. He wanted to be amongst the people, and that's why when he came above world, he took a human's name. He's mostly trying to like find who he is, and he's trying to like really just help out people, and I think that's why he would be on this mission, you know.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Now, what about Dismas? Who has the character of Dismas?
That would be me, and my character is sorcerer. Um, he's a hermit, half elf, bastard son, um, and wants to gain the trust of the people to go against his family that he was born into. So to gain that trust, he wants to go on this mission to, fix the problems that they're facing.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Now, our third character, Spooky Lespecchio.
Well, I'm a ranger, and I'm a wood elf, and my character, he's been frowned upon ever since he was little and neglected by his family. And he just wants people to see the good in him, and that's what he wants to achieve in this adventure.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And now our last player, Valoria Proudmore.
The name's Valoria. I'm a rogue. Female rogue,
The
thanks.
backstory sounded so real.
I was
Please
13 when
continue.
I made my first killing. Almost got sold into slavery. Rough times those were. From then on, I roamed the lands, always trying to take down the rich, the disgusting, all those degenerate bastards up there. And I decided to take this journey because recently, with the Archangel gone, all the rich have taken up contracts with all those demons and vampires out there, and they're doing their bidding as they please, and it's too much work to go after every single rich guy. Why not just tackle the source instead, you know?
Yes, sir.
Very beautifully said. Thank you so much. So now our journey begins. The Church of Avicen has hired you to make contact with Katarina Brunn, a musical prodigy living in the Shadow Grange. They haven't heard from her in a long time, to be exactly months upon months, and you must find her and or retrieve the artifact that was under her care. We don't know if she's alive, but we sure hope that she is. So now we start our journey.
Here we go.
Perfectly timed with the music.
Are we doing introduction?
No, we're already done with introductions.
We're ready.
So the adventure begins with all the player characters on the road. They're traveling from Thraven to Shadowgrange. The journey took them from the province of Gavany into Stencia via the Cruin Pass, which you can see inside of the map that we have in Roll20 right now.
Mhm.
Let me highlight the map. Okay. And you have reached the mountain range called Gyre Reach, which cuts off Stenzia from the rest of the different provinces, including Gavany and Kessig. So this is where you are right now. So I want each of you to tell me what is your method of travel in this mission? Do you have horses? Are you on foot? Do you guys have a carriage? What is the way that not each of you, but all of you as a group? I think you guys should come up with a method of transportation.
I have a big boat.
We're on ground.
Unfortunately, there are no waterways
Oh,
in this
man.
this part of the map.
Is there anyone with proficiency of some sort?
We don't need a proficiency, we just need to decide what we travel with.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
We could just walk. Honestly.
Well, we're gonna get tired fast, we're gonna get supplies fast, right? Can't run
Yeah,
out of that
that's
shit.
Okay.
I think a carriage would be our best bet.
Carriage with horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Who's driving it?
Okay.
The individual horses need to get spooked, but if we have a carriage, then like they'll be attached to something.
That's true. That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's a very very interesting choice, and I think it's the best choice. So, how many horses do you guys decide to have in your travels?
2 should be fine to carry 4 of us
Two
in a
horses,
carriage.
and do you guys have any names for them?
Sony.
I want one of them to be
What is one of them called?
Buttercup.
Buttercup.
I second
Okay.
that. I second that.
What about the second one? The second horse.
Mm,
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
name.
I heard of stories about a good horse named Shreyas. So
I too.
second that.
I too
I
have heard those
think
stories.
That is the best name for this horse. I think that it will prove to be very strong in its journey. Okay.
So Shreyas and Buttercup.
Yes, Trace and Buttercup. And where are each of you sitting? Who's actually who's leading the horse? Who's sitting in the driver's seat?
I want to ride on Shreyas.
Okay. that's
We're
perfectly
not
cool.
riding on
That's
top of
perfectly
the
cool.
one.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
It's
you
a
have to
horse
drive
drawn,
them.
my bro.
Oh, we're going on carriages?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
it's
we're on
one
one
carriage.
carriage. We're on one carriage.
One-
we're not
one-
we're not two people on one horse.
Fine. That's what I thought we were doing.
Okay. So I'm guessing that Spooky is driving the horse-driven carriage.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah, you can
Ramon,
drive.
Dismas, and Valoria are inside the carriage themselves. Does anyone want to be on top in order to be lookout?
I'll be on top.
Okay, so that will be Valoria on top. Great. So the journey from Thraben to Shadowgrange has been relatively safe, and you guys haven't encountered anything that eventful. The road that has drifted across the rolling hills make up the landscape of the province of Gavany, which you are now entering, and it is taking you through a couple of small villages and a lot of farmlands. Actually, a few days ago, you've entered Gyre Reach, which is the mountain range that cuts Stenzia off from the neighboring provinces through a trail called Cruin's Pass. It was a long, jagged path that cut up over the mountainsides until you finally entered Stenzia. Now, the last few days, when you were trekking through Stenzia's inner valley, passing through the small settlements in Silburn, you have crossed paths with the threshold onto the outer valley via the Hospital Pass, which is a very rocky place. It is a very grim setting. It is, the sun doesn't really shine through there. It's just filled with darkness, and there's a lot of different monsters that you can find in the Hospital Pass. Now you can find Geists, which are this version of ghosts. You could find werewolves, vampires, and plenty of other weird ghouls and beasts. So you are flanked by far-flung mountain ranges whose bony peaks reach into the cloudy sky, so you can imagine how big this area is, but the path is relatively small. So your journey to Shadowgrange will take a total of 2 days. Now, when you are passing through the roads, you come to see a weathered building of sorts, very far away. I'm gonna say about 100 feet away. What will you guys do?
We should read it.
Rate it. That-
Yeah. we don't
I
have
mean,
resources.
you guys don't know what it is. What do you think? What types of abilities, what types of skills would you like to use?
Investigation check on it.
You want
Where
to do an investigation check, Sean?
Yeah.
Dismal? No,
Okay.
Ramon,
I
yes,
can't.
Ramon. Okay, so
I'll try and
Ramon, try an investigation check. Actually, do a perception check.
Perception.
Yes.
Oh.
Great. So with this perception check, you have seen that tucked between the road and the mountainside are the dilapidated remnants of a small chapel. The roof has seen to be caved in long ago, and the wood and stone foundation are half covered in dirt and vegetation and the smell of rot. Shards of colored glass from once they were stained glass windows litter the ground near the entrance. Would anyone like to get closer to this chapel?
Do we see any signs of like recent activity?
Let's roll a investigation.
Although,
I'm gonna say this is mighty impressive.
Thank you.
Like, I've never heard you guys cooperate so much before. Like, you're all calm.
So we are following the first number as always. So
No one-
investigation. So the ruins don't seem to have anything more recent in them. In fact, it looks extremely old and looks like it hasn't been taken care of in a while. As a group, what do you think you guys should do?
Stop the horses right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys stop the horses. Are you gonna go forwards on foot?
We
Yeah.
should probably, right?
yeah, probably leave the horses in a safer area
Okay.
in case we get ambushed when we go in.
Should someone
Okay.
stay with the horses? I could stay with the horses in case we
Okay,
have
how
to
about this?
stay.
The person that stays with the horses, I want each of you to roll a survival
Hello?
Okay.
right now. And the person with the lowest survival rate gets to stay with the horses. And they have to use a ranged weapon in case there's anything. that-
Demont Lin.
Sean, why'd you roll two survivals?
Sorry, just take the lower one. I'm good
Okay.
with that. I didn't know I already did it.
Yeah,
It's fine. We'll take
it
the
works
first one.
just fine.
So it appears as though Emmanuel Tan has rolled the smallest survival, unless Sean, you want to include the last one.
It's fine.
I'll
I'll
see
stay
in a
with the
bit.
cart.
Okay, then that's fine. So Ramon decides to stay with the carriage, with the horses, and he. Where do you want to go? On top, inside of the carriage, or near where?
I think
Or
I'll
spooky
stay
and driving.
inside, and since I'm a bard, I'll be like working on new music or whatever.
Okay, perfect. So you'll be doing your musical contemporary chants. Perfect. So the remainder of the three adventurers, what will you do? Will you get closer to the chapel?
Yeah.
I'll take point and go first. I'll scout out.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So, Andre, as you reach the roads of the chapel, you smell a stench, a very, very, very rotten stench from the inside of the chapel. Would you like to investigate further?
Roll a perception check, maybe to see what it smells like exactly.
Okay. Rolling. So 15 perception. Okay. So, before I continue, would anyone else like to follow Andre, or will you? I mean,
I'll follow
let me get used to these names.
Valoria.
That is right, Valoria, Spooky, Ramon, and Dismas. So right now, Ramon is inside of the carriage. Spooky, Valoria, and Dismas are outside. So, would you like to follow Valoria inside of the church?
Yeah, I'll follow Valoria.
Okay, perfect. So with perception, Valoria sees three figures geared in weathered leathers of Cathars who sit on rotted wooden pews with their heads bowed in reverence. Standing in front of them at the far end of the chapel, behind the dilapidated podium, is a skeleton, garbed in tattered priestly robes, its arm outstretched ceremoniously. Now, what do you do?
Get a
Andre,
little-
you're on point.
I draw my bow and move closer.
You draw your bow. Spooky.
I'll follow Valeria or Valerie. I don't fucking know. I draw my bow too.
Great. Okay, so both of you draw your bows. Perfect. And the last person, who is the single named person, Dismas.
Oh
What
wait,
do
am
you
I
do, Dismas?
following? I thought I was.
Yeah.
No, I
Are
stayed
you?
behind.
No, but like when you asked like
Yeah, but
Oh, you-
nevertheless,
what do I see still?
all of you are filled with this information, and you know exactly what's going on. So, what do you do?
Yes, I take out my quarterstaff just in case, but I don't follow them.
Okay, perfect. So now we are left with Spooky and Valoria, who are entering the church. Now they notice that the skeletons are still ceremoniously praying in the pews, but what they don't notice is the number of skeletons inside. They only see one in the pew, and then they see one all the way at the top with his outstretched arms. I want Valoria and Spooky to roll a survival.
I hate it. That's a nat one. That's a nat one.
So,
Holy shit.
You die instantly. You forgot how to survive zoning.
so
Fuck.
let me narrate Spooky's. Okay, so for Spooky gets closer to the pews and holds a defensive position. Meanwhile, Valoria is stunned by the figures that he sees. He is so shocked that he crouches down in a fetal position and starts to shake.
Oh fuck.
Unfortunately for both of them, the skeletons, who are about 60 feet away, have dark vision, and they have a passive perception of 9, meaning that they will be able to spot both of you. You must prepare for battle. Now I want each of you to roll an initiative.
Can
Oh
I
my
ask
God.
something right now?
Of course.
Am I able to see Desmond from the cart?
No, you... Wait, Desmos?
Yeah.
Dismos? Yes, you are able to see Dismos, but not
Okay.
not
Um,
Spooky.
Can I ask how far he is from me?
Yes, Dismos or Valoria and Spooky.
You guys gotta hit
Hello?
me up when you do this again. I'm gonna dip.
Okay.
You guys gotta hit me up
Bye,
when you do this again.
Tommy.
Bye,
Okay.
Thomas.
Bye.
So Dismos, you want to know how far Dismos is? Sean, I mean, yeah, Sean, you're cutting up, dude. Very, very low. volume.
How far he is from me? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes,
speak
yes, now
louder?
I can hear you. Yeah, that's fine. Perfectly fine. So he is about 30 feet away from you.
That's cool. Can I use bardic inspiration on him?
Yes, explain what Bardic Inspiration is, please.
Okay, it's like as a bonus action, but like it didn't even start yet, so I can still give it to him.
What
A
does it do?
creature other than you, within 60 feet that can hear you. I'm assuming since he's 30 feet, he can probably hear me.
That's fine.
I give him you gains inspiration die, 1d6, so he can use a 1d6 to like add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
Okay.
So like if he rolls something, he then can add 1d6 to whatever he
That's
wants
that's perfectly reasonable. Okay. Dismos, would you like to thank
to. He doesn't need
Ramon for this great gift that he has given you?
Wait, did I hear that right? Did you say thank?
Yes.
Just praise him for his music, my guy.
Yeah.
to. Yeah, you hear like awesome punk music.
I'll say thank.
All right. Perfect. That's fine. So, while what are their names? While Valoria and Spooky are inside of the church, they prepare for combat, while Dismas and Ramon Kennedy are outside, unknowing of what is supposed to happen inside of the church. I want Valoria and Spooky to each roll an initiative.
Oh, we just
No,
already
we
did.
did. We did. Yeah.
I see. Dismos, unfortunately, your initiative will not be included because you are not in the area of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's unlucky.
15, and now I'm going to roll for the monsters.
Can I sob loudly?
Sure.
I'm sobbing loudly out of
Then
my
you
mind
can
because
hear.
I'm scared.
That's good. Then he's able to hear it from outside and he can come in.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
That's sad.
So let me keep this in mind. Give me just 1 second.
You should keep those rolls hidden, by the way.
Yeah. I can do that right now, but it's okay.
Oh wait, in the bottom of chat, you can change it from your actual name to your character name.
I see.
So you should change
I
it.
just realized that too.
Also, are you gonna change yours?
I can.
Yeah, as when you type in as, you could type in as Spooky Lespetia.
Oh.
So
There you go. That looks more like it. Okay, perfect. Great. So, unfortunate for you guys, the 3 skeletons inside, 2 of them get to attack first. Now, and even more unfortunate for Valoria Proudmoore, since he rolled a low survival, that means that he right now is stunned and is unable to do anything unless a skeleton directly attacks him.
can I
So,
cry loudly?
Yes, you can cry as loud as you want.
Yeah, just call this much because he's got that bardic inspiration.
That's right.
Ah!
Okay.
Ah! What the fuck is in here? I can hear him. The voices are tickling my ears. My brain. Ah!
I'm probably
Friendly
still
reminder
at
that I'm a she, by the way.
Like, playing
Great.
my music well. Like,
Plays the music louder.
Okay. So, while Andre, no, not Andre, while, keep on forgetting the names.
Of Valoria.
While Valoria Proudmoore is slumped in a little fetal position on the floor, crying and begging for the great archangel Avicen, the first skeleton comes up to him, looks him directly in the eye, and says, "It is a skeleton. It is the skeleton of Roddy Rich." Now, as he goes up to you, he grabs his long, short sword and strikes a blow on your armor. But fortunately for you, he does no damage.
Oh, thank God.
Now, as
I mean, he's
for the
out
other
of stun.
skeleton,
Does that mean he's out of stun, or does the guy have to do damage? Because you said he was stunned until.
that's right,
once
he was
attacked
stunned.
him.
He is stunned until his turn.
Oh, okay.
Now, that means that he cannot react to any of the attacks. So now Skeleton 2 grabs one of his short bows and tries to plan a ranged attack on one of the people. And unfortunate for Spooky, he is one of the people that he targets.
Shite.
And let me look. Yes, okay. He grabs his short bow. He goes in for the 360 no scope, and it lands, piercing through his armor. Unfortunately for Spooky, he has taken 5 damage.
Mhm.
He is very, very damaged, and he is bleeding at this moment.
It's bleeding. Oh God.
Great. Now it is your turn, Spooky. What do you do?
Um. hmm. Can I try stealth, or is it too late?
Of course, that is a movement that you can do. If you want, you can roll the stealth.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's their passive perception check, right?
Yes, it's fine. What Spooky does, he is struck in horror by his last enemy's attack, and he is holding on to his heart because, unfortunate for him, all of his liver is just like plopping out of his
God.
entrails, and everything is just spilling. Guts, everything is just on the floor. There's blood spilling, like the bile is coming out from his
Oh
ducts.
God.
Holy
And-
shit!
while clenching his stomach and his rolls of tummy fat, he tries to he tries to he tries to go and hide behind the skeleton. So right now he is located 5 feet behind the skeleton. What attack does he do? I want you to roll a d20.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
How do I do
On
You
the
go
side.
onto the left tools, and you see the dice. Click on d20.
hold on. It's not.
It's
Okay.
where the cursor is.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
Yo,
That's tough.
that hurt me.
That's tough.
At least you
That
didn't
shit
roll a
hurted.
nat 1 on your first fucking roll of the game.
That shit hurted, boys. Okay.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
He's gonna go for the hit and flip straight on his face.
So Spooky, in a rage, goes after the skeleton behind his back, but unbeknownst to him, the skeleton knew all along of his stealth move. He turns around, looks at Spooky, and says, "You a little boy. I kiss you on the forehead."
Yo, I'm spooked. I'm spooked, guys. I'm spooked. Oh my god.
His attack does absolutely no damage, and his entrails are just spilling out. All the guts, everything is just bleeding. He pleads for help. He screams. Roll survival. Fortunately for Spooky, Dismos and Ramon Kennedy outside of the chapel hear their muffled screams, and they go and they run towards the chapel in order to help their fallen comrades.
They didn't hear my shouting, my sobbing. That's what feels bad.
No, unfortunately not. It was all muffled because you
Should
were
I
in a
roll
fetal
initiative?
position.
Oh yeah.
Yes, both of you should roll initiative.
Oh. Let's high roll this.
Okay,
It's worse than my roll.
No.
Fuck.
Dude, I did it
yeah,
wrong.
Never mind.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I'll do it
That
again.
one.
No.
Is that what I did fine?
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh no. Wait. Do you have an?
I get a plus 1 to initiative. So that's
Okay, it doesn't matter, dude.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, as the roof of the church collapses, you can tell that one of the skeletons, who is the most powerful between them, holds a sacrificial dagger. With that sacrificial dagger, he runs towards. Sorry. He runs towards Valoria.
Fuck, please, not me, please. I'm gonna die.
And screams inside of his ear, "I will. I have the cancer, boss." And he tries to grab his blade and stick it inside of his neck, but it catches on Valoria's pendant, the one pendant that his sweetheart gave him right before their prom.
Bro, wait!
He
Oh
is
my
saved.
god.
He is saved from this attack.
Oh, let's go.
And he has regained all of his strength and his mental superiority.
Oh, when I see that bitch again, I better fucking
It is
thank him.
now.
Aren't you a girl?
That's
Yes,
right.
I
that's
am.
right.
I am.
It is
fucking
now
girl.
Valoria's
Oh.
turn. What does Valoria want to do?
Ah, fuck. I better thank that bitch when I see him again. Alright. How many skeletons are there?
There are 3 skeletons. All of them have full health.
How far is Spooky from me?
Spooky is about 10 feet away from you.
And how far is the one that just tried to stab me?
He is 5 feet. 5 feet.
I pull out my rapier and go for a strike.
Towards
The one closest to
skeleton.
me.
Towards the one closest to you. I want you to roll a
D20.
d20 first, yes.
Oh,
God! I hate this fucking game! Oh!
Valoria Proudmoore, with her with her necklace at hand, thinking about the one true love that she has had in her life, goes up for the kill towards a skeleton. The skeleton, with the ever so slight move of his body, completely dodges the attack.
I look like a
Nothing
fucking pussy
happens.
right now. I look like a fucking
And-
pussy right now. Oh my
And
god.
Valoria is once again stricken by anger, resentment, and hate, and cradles back into her fetal position.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm pissed.
Dude, you have the worst luck.
I
I
know,
literally just got gutted. I don't want to hear it.
bro.
Okay,
At least you're
luckily-
not on the floor crying.
Luckily, Ramon with his angelic flute stumbles into the scene of guts and blood and that cradling position, and he begins his attack. What does he do?
I'm gonna use the guitar as well.
He's gonna use what?
Guitar, not the flute.
Okay, so he bursts in playing Green Day. Now I want. What do you want to do?
Alright, can I move towards Dionico?
Yes, you can. You are approximately 20 feet from Dionico. I mean, from Spooky.
And so then, because my movement is 30, so I just want to go in front of Dionico, like, make him in that,
To protect him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ramon grabs all of his belongings. He grabs his guitar, which is proudly labeled Fender, made in California.
I like that.
And he runs towards the amazing, brutal scene. He sees the skeleton grin at him. His name is Mr. Bitco.
Ah, shite.
Doctor to you.
Just imagine saying that.
His name is Mr. Bitco. And he puts himself between Mr. Bitco and Spooky, protecting both Spooky from an attack and Spooky from attacking Mr. Bitco. What else does he do? He has an attack, a spell, or another skill if he wants
I
to
can
roll a
use a
skill.
level 1 bard spell, right?
I need you to talk a little bit louder, my guy.
I can use a level 1 bard spell, right?
Yes, you can.
Since I'm with Dianafel, can I use a level 1 cure wounds?
A what?
Cure wounds. It's
Okay. Want you to roll a medicine right now.
Well, it's a 1d8 plus my spellcasting.
I'm sorry?
1d8 plus my spellcasting.
So you want to roll 1d8? Is that what the medicine spell requires?
No, that's what the cure wounds is. It's 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, so then roll 1d8. You know how to roll the dice, right?
And then where on spellcasting modifier? Sorry, I think that's
Spellcasting is in intelligence. Unfortunate for Ramon Kennedy, that is 0.
shit. Okay, he gets 7 hit points.
That
back.
is right. He gets
More
7
than
hit
you
points.
lost.
Is he still
That
bleeding?
is correct, but he is not bleeding anymore, and he is magically saved, which brings Spooky back to 9 hit points. Let me change that right now. Don't laugh. You were about to die.
Am I dead?
And as I was doing it, all you heard was, "Don't want to be an American."
Dun, 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 dun. Okay,
I created the song in this universe.
that's right. That's right.
There's no Green Day.
Mr.
in this-
Bitco was the American idiot.
Yeah.
We are now going into. You still have an attack left, Mr. Ramon.
All right, I'd like to use my longsword on him, on the
Okay.
skeleton in front that just.
Okay, the skeleton in front of you, the one that is 5 feet from you. I want you to roll a d20.
D20?
Yes. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Sorry. As Ramon Kennedy flings in with his electric guitar solo, drops the Fender California guitar, and grabs his longsword, he does a firm yet weak attack towards the skeleton. It misses.
Shit. That's in character. Oh, blimey! He's British.
Now it is Dismas' turn.
All right. May I begin to cast Firebolt, but only as intimidation method?
Okay.
What? What?
Do know that that is going to take one of your attacks.
Yeah,
You only have one attack per round.
yeah.
Okay.
We died here, boys.
Wait, he's not aiming at anything?
No, but this is a good idea. Very nice.
Trust
Very
me,
nice.
I have max charisma.
All right, let's see that intimidation
Okay.
roll.
I want you to roll an intimidation.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead,
Damn,
bro.
bro. So, as Dismas grabs his hand from his pocket, he secretes a weird white fluid that all of a sudden encompasses his hand in a white fire. It becomes into a bolt, and he throws it towards all of the skeletons, and the skeletons are blinded for a couple of seconds. But unfortunately, they do not get intimidated. They get more angry. Okay,
But they're blinded.
that concludes our first round. Now we go to our second round. Let me see. Let me get my phone so I can roll there without you guys seeing it. Actually roll.
I'm pissed. I rolled a fucking nat one. I rolled
That's
a
so funny, dude.
natural one.
Okay.
Oh.
I like to imagine that these are the skeletons singing.
As the first skeleton, we shall call him Henry.
Oh,
As
no, no.
Henry goes in for the blow, he takes out his short sword, prepares his bloodlust in order to stab it deep inside of Spooky's brains.
Oh,
But fortunately for Spooky, a miracle happens. The Archangel Avicen's light is shown on his head, and everything is blinded. And the skeleton collapses to the ground, taking no damage. The skeleton is now stunned.
what?
The second skeleton. Give me a second.
Henry's not dead though.
No, Henry is not dead. They all have full. Remember, they all have full
They're
HP
still
right now.
all full HP, Micahs.
That's right. And
We're
keep in
half
mind,
dead.
I let you guys choose different weapons, which normally you would have like one weapon and you would have to use your bare hand for the first couple of fights. So this is an extreme advantage right now. You'd only be able to roll a 1d6. So with the next skeleton we shall call him Pavit. Pavit goes in for the blow into Ramon Kennedy's upper groin. Unfortunately for Ramon Kennedy, this attack seems to work with pure medical bliss, as both of his testicles are just completely sliced off.
Ow. Fuck.
He takes... Give me a second. Ooh.
Is he down?
He takes 9 health points,
Is he down?
bringing down his current hit points to 1.
Oh my god.
Okay. Now, it is Spooky's turn. What does Spooky do?
Okay, so who's closest to me right now?
Ramon,
The
probably.
skeleton that is closest. Wait, what are you talking about? Player or skeleton?
Player, both actually.
You need to roll a perception if you want me to tell you about both. Poor Henry. I get it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, the light of Avacyn has also blinded you. And you're only able.
The worthless goddess piece of shit. God.
Frank,
God fucking damn it, man.
The light of Avacyn has also blinded Spooky, and he is still in the ground right now, recovering. So he is not able. He is not able to see. He's not able to see any of the people in front of him. He is only able to attack whatever monster is at a 5-foot radius from him. And fortunately, there are 2 figures that are 5 feet.
Oh no
in front
no.
of him.
Oh
He
no
must
no.
attack- but he must choose to attack which one. So,
Beautiful, don't.
Spooky, I want you to roll a d4. If you get a 1 and a 2, you attack you attack Ramon, and if you roll a 3 and a 4, you attack the skeleton.
You don't-
You attack Pavit.
You don't have to attack though. Remember that. I don't think you have to attack.
That is right. You do not have the obligation.
Is it?
What do you choose? You can choose a skill to try and intimidate, to try and talk
Okay.
to them if you want. Use charisma.
Okay.
You can do whatever
yeah,
you
I
want.
guess Charisma.
Just a
I thought you were
straight.
gonna sacrifice him, man.
Nah, it's not
Okay.
worth it.
Maybe in real
I
life.
want you to.
character.
Oh fuck my bad.
So what do I roll?
I want you to roll.
Charisma.
I want you to. Sorry. I want you to roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Okay. You go up to one of the skeletons since your blindness is now been relieved from your eyes. You are able to see, but unfortunately, you are now colorblind, meaning you are stupid.
Oh fuck.
But fortunate for Spooky, the skeleton seems to look at him with some sort of splendor, and Spooky begins to chant a song to the skeleton, and this is what he says. Makikaka popi pipi, lipo popi kaka kiki popi pi. The skeleton begins to feel entranced by this type of ceremonious song, and he begins to weep non-existing tears. The skeleton decides to join the side of the adventurers,
Oh,
now
fuck
not
yeah.
as an enemy, but as a fellow adventurer. This is your first NPC in the entire game that is joining your adventure. Congratulations, this is a very big step.
Poggies in the chat.
Now you have an adventurer named Pavit.
So Hobbit.
Is correct.
I think I made the right decision.
Now, unfortunately for all of the team, there are still 2 skeletons remaining. Mr. Bitko.
Am I still stunned?
Isn't it?
No, you weren't stunned to begin with. You're just, weak. In the floor, dying, crying, dying
Oh
again.
god. Fucking. I look like a pussy. God.
Does anyone, so, skeleton number 3, Mr. Bitko. I'm going to roll a die. Let's see what happens. Okay. Mr. Bitko appears out of nowhere towards Ramon's side, grabs his dagger encrusted in gold, and jams it up the jugular of Ramon. But he is again saved by the light of Avacyn. Avacyn appears to still be alive in some sort of form or incarnation, because this would not be possible without her. But none of you really know what's happening. Only one of you do know, and I want that one person. You guys have to choose between all of you to roll a religion. Who is it gonna be? Who's gonna roll the religion?
I used to, but then I.
Who has a high check?
How do I check? I don't know where it is.
Religion. It's in the skills.
Oh. I have a 2.
Desmus
Roll
was once.
Who has the highest religion?
I have a 1.
I
Oh,
have
Dion, who has a 2?
two.
Let me see what this was.
-1.
Oh yikes.
So
I mean,
I should roll it?
yes, you should roll. Wait. What does
Ramon?
Ramon have?
Ramon.
I'm checking right now. Okay. I have a 0.
Okay.
Okay.
What does
So,
Dion have?
who would you want to roll the religion check?
Should I?
Give me that. I'll roll it.
Cross your fingers, boys. Cross your fingers.
Okay.
Hey, that's a nat 20!
That is a nat 20. Fortunately for the team. Fortunately for the team. Valoria Proudmore knows everything about this light. But there is a downside. It is in fact not the Angel Avison. It is in fact one of the skeletons that is unfortunately shining a light from the sun into a mirror that was lodged inside of the cranial fracture that he had. And every single time that he bends over to attack, it happens. So it has nothing to do with religion.
Son of
God
a-
damn
son of a
it. I
bitch.
was excited, man.
Okay.
Ah, God, I get a nat 20 and it's fucking useless. Ugh.
We are moving on to Andre. No, not Andres. Nope. Spooky must. It's Spooky's turn right now. Spooky, what will you do?
So I have a skeleton by my side, and there's still 2 more, and
Yes.
Sean's on the floor.
That is correct. He's on the floor, almost dying. All the guts, everything is. His testicles are. Everything is
Can I
gone.
use a medicine?
Yes, you may roll a medicine. Give me a second. Oh, okay. You roll a 16 medicine. Let me take a look at your stats. You have 0 medicine. Okay, that's really lucky. Okay. I want someone to take their phone out and put a timer. Okay. I want you to put a timer for 30 seconds. Starting now. You got it? I can't hear you, Sean.
Got it.
Okay.
It's on right
For
now.
Spooky, it appears as though even medicine is not his forte. It is a natural thing for him. Or either he has trained for years and years, but there's no sign of it. He doesn't remember anything. Apparently, it's just a miracle what happens. And he is able to tie Ramon's tubes back together. And he will gain 1 HP every 30 seconds until the round ends. So
30
make sure that you count how many 30-second intervals there are.
There was
Ramon.
just one. 130 seconds just
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 HP that you're gaining. I'm gonna add that to your character.
Okay.
Tell me every single time that.
Gotcha.
Ramon is now back to 2 HP. Spooky, you still have an attack. What will you do?
I'll draw my short bow.
You will draw your short bow. Is that
Got
right?
another one.
Perfect.
Another 30 seconds. Right?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Should I do another 30?
Yeah. Keep on going. This is until Spooky's turn. So you draw your what? Your long sword, short sword?
Short bow.
You draw your short bow. I want you to draw a d20. What is that?
Roll.
So, unfortunate
another.
for. Okay, perfect. Unfortunate for Unfortunate for Spooky's attack, it did not go to plan. He drew his short bow, planned to aim at
Oh my god. I
at
don't know
who?
what-
Who are you aiming towards?
And Bicko.
Okay, Mr.
Strongest
Bidko.
one.
He aims at Mr. Bidko, but unfortunately he misses the 360 no scope, and the skeleton just laughs at him, renaming Boyle's law and laws of Kepler.
Goddamn Bicko.
Now, it is now the end of Spooky's turn.
Another one.
You're very lucky that you got another one. That's it. You are now back to 5 HP, Mr. Ramon, and you have recovered but are still suffering internally, and you're bleeding internally, and everything is just bad for you. It is now Skeleton 3's turn. Let us see.
Is that Rodney Rich?
That is Mr. Bitco.
Ah.
Mr. Bitco goes to aim at the weakest link, obviously, of the group, and goes to attack Ramon. He grabs his short bow, the ranged weapon. He is at a very short range, but unfortunately he misses all vital organs and just lightly nicks him. It hurts, but it doesn't do anything to his health points. He now ends his turn. Now it is Valoria's turn. What do you want to do, Valoria? Hello?
Uh-oh. She's still
Hello.
fetal position.
She's putting on her makeup. Valoria,
Yes. Sorry.
it is your turn.
My turn.
Yes. What do you want to do? Do you want me to collect? Do you want me to retell what has just happened and the current standing of your team?
Yes, please.
Okay, I want you to roll an investigation.
I'm playing D&D with
no,
everyone.
no, not investigation. Insight.
Yes, that's weird.
Great. So right now, there are 2 skeletons remaining. There's one on your side. The one on your side is named Pavit. The first skeleton is
No, wait,
Mr.
isn't Pavit? Yeah, Pavit's on our side, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
The first skeleton who is an enemy is Mr. Roddy Rich, and skeleton 3 is Mr. Bitco. They all have full HP because you guys suck apparently and are really and just have really bad luck.
Or we're just
Just not trained
You
well
guys are
enough.
just prodigies at whiffing. Okay, so what would you like to do?
How close is Roddy Rich to me?
Roddy Rich is about 20 feet away from you.
Okay. I drop my ball bearings in front of both me and in the path between me and Roddy Rich, and I dart back to the door of the church, I dart into a corner of the church, draw my short bow, and take a shot at Roddy Rich.
Okay, what do you plan to do with these bearings?
Just leave him on the floor.
Leave him be? Okay,
That's
I want you to
trip,
roll.
right?
I want you to roll an athletics. Great. The bearings land just where you want them to land. And as for your attack, I want you to draw a d20. Roll a d20.
Yep. Oh.
Guys, these are like the weakest ones.
I have such
Okay.
shit rolls.
You're trying.
We are trying. This is like really. You have a lot of bad luck, Andre.
I know.
Even in the battle simulations, you know,
Oh.
terrible. Okay. Now, Valoria, with her beautiful face, starts to wink at the skeletons and sees that the balls of shining light, which she calls bearing balls, have landed perfectly. Unfortunately for her, her short sword attack no, her longsword attack
Oh,
does
short
not.
bow. Short bow.
The short bow attack, I'm sorry. The short bow attack does not work. She simply just flat out misses. It lands on a nearby pew, and it actually uncovers something a little shiny.
Interesting.
Now it is Ramon's turn. Ramon, what do you want to do?
Shit. All right. Can I do a perception check to see how many skeletons are left?
Yes, sure. Roll perception.
Okay, hold up.
I can't see because it's blocked. So you get a 4 perception. Okay. You see that there are 2 skeletons left, but I cannot give you any more information.
Can I use charm person on
What are you
one
gonna
of
use?
the skeletons? Charm person.
Charm?
Yeah.
Is that a spell of yours?
Just like cure wounds. I get 2 spells at level 1 at the bottom.
Oh, I see.
And-
Charm person. So you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage. If you or your companions are fighting it, if it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until it ends. Okay, that's fine. So I want you to roll an Arcana.
Wait, hold up. The 10.
Unfortunately, your spell does not work.
My charisma is my spell casting
What?
ability. My charisma is my spell casting ability.
Okay, that's fine. You can roll your charisma.
They probably. Oh, they have to. He still beats me, bro. You're good. I found my spell save. My spell
Okay, that's
save
fine.
DC is 13, so he beats by 3.
Okay, since he has the advantage, that is 16, which still beats you.
Yeah.
So Ramon Kennedy, with a fierce look in his eyes, casts a spell to try and charm the skeleton. Unfortunately for him, the skeleton is not phased. He loves Alexandra Daddario too much. Now, we go on to Disma's turn.
Okay.
Okay, master.
Think I will try to can I persuade Pavit to convince his other skeleton buddies of joining us?
I want you to roll a religion, Dismas. Oh my gosh. What is this even out of? 20. This is supposed to be 20.
Can we just kill ourselves?
This is just so bad.
It's making this
Okay.
encounter too damn long.
Okay.
Yo, facts.
So, Dismas.
Jesus Christ.
So remember, this is not your attack, so you can still attack. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Dismas with his weird like friendliness goes up to the skeleton named Pavid, who is now part of their adventuring group. And what did you say to Pavid?
You know, because I intimidated them before, trying to act bigger, say like you want to help your buddies, you know, escape from any more violence that needs to ensue.
Oh no.
Pavid then responds, Of course, my little friend. I will help all of you, my little beautiful babies. He goes up to the other skeletons. He goes up to Mr. Roddy Rich, Mr. Bitco, and they don't know that he is on your team right now. And he begins chanting a type of ceremonious chant, a religious chant. That's why I made you do religion. And he tells them of beautiful stories of the Archangel Avacith. Unfortunately, they are non-believers of the Archangel. They have already lost their belief because they died a long time ago. And they do not stop their fighting. They will still attack you in their next turn. What do you do, Mr. Dismas?
Okay, time to take out the firebolt. And
Okay.
I think I'll aim it at Roddy Rich.
Mr. Roddy Rich it is. Okay, I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
Finally, a decent attack roll. Jesus.
Now I want you to roll a whatever your attack is, which is the firebolt. I want you to just click on it. Click on the firebolt. Wow. Okay.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
Why is this like this?
RNG is
second.
not on our
Is
side.
that damage or to hit?
That's damage.
Oh, thank God.
That is damage. So,
Not a lot, but it's
now
some damage.
Dismas.
Yeah,
Dismas, within his inner strength, he carries the life of 1,000 fires. He grabs onto his inner strength and makes a Kamehameha in the shape of a firebolt. He lunges at Mr. Roddy Rich and plunges directly into his face. Unfortunately, he misses just a little bit and lands it on his chest, which takes 2 health points away. Congratulations, Mr. Dismas. You are actually one of the first blows in the game. You are the first blow in the game.
Jesus Christ.
It's a reliable spell, man.
Great. Now, it is Mr. Roddy Rich's turn. Okay. Mr. Roddy Rich, who is just completely angered by the supposed ignorance of Dismas for trying to attack him, thinking that he is better than him, goes and grabs his short sword, lunges at Dismas, and just stabs him directly inside of the liver, and he takes 4 HP damage. He is now left with 4 HP. And Mr. Roddy Rich's turn is gone. Now, fortunately for you guys, you have 1 skeleton on your team, the skeleton Pavit, so he will roll. Now he is determined to fight the other skeletons because he believes in the light of Avacith. So he rolls a perfect 20. I'm only going to tell you guys when he rolls a perfect 20, not when he rolls any other type of number. But very lucky, apparently.
Look at the rest of us, fuck.
That is right. He rolls a perfect 20. Let's see what damage he does. Wow! He does a perfect 10 damage to Mr. Roddy Rich. And Roddy Rich is now, left with I don't know what number of HP. Could be low, could be high, something.
Yeah.
He's left with something.
He's alive.
And
Still alive.
his bones are just completely shattered. Pavit did pop off. Yes, he must be thanked for his great salvation throw.
His great RNG rolling.
That is correct. He was rolling very, very nicely. His head pops off and his left arm is completely just shattered, and both of his legs are completely cut off. It is only now his right arm and his torso
Pavid or Roddy Rich?
He is on the floor, and he can only attack within 5 feet.
Pavid or
He
Roddy
is
Rich?
unable to move.
Roddy Rich.
Yeah, Roddy Rich is unable to move.
Nice.
Now we go to Mr. Spooky. What are you going to do? What do you want?
Okay, so I'm sorry, is Pavic disabled or is Roddy rich?
Roddy Rich is completely disabled.
Okay, so the last skeleton remaining is Biko.
No. There's 2 skeletons left, but Roddy
Oh,
Rich is
so-
disabled. He can only attack people within 5 feet of range.
Oh, okay. What's the near skeleton near me? Do I have to roll
What did you say? I was talking to my mom.
Oh, the near skeleton near me.
You want to attack the nearest skeleton. Okay, I want you to roll a d20.
No. Of course.
My God.
Okay, before we go into this terrible situation, I want you to roll a religion check.
Oh man. Okay. Ooh.
I thought that was a nat 20.
That is great.
I would have cried. I would have cried.
So, you tried to go for the last hit in Roddy Rich's system. Unfortunately, you miss valiantly. It was a valiant effort. You had
Yeah.
tried so hard. You grabbed your what did you grab? Give me a second.
Double-sided.
You grabbed your double sword, and unfortunately for you, it does not land. But the skeleton could not know the difference. The skeleton has no head, no sense of perception. He knows, sees, senses, feels nothing. He is on the floor. He is motionless. But
Bro.
for some reason,
What?
you begin to understand why that skeleton is here. You gain some type of shadow from the past, and you see that the skeleton is actually an ancient devotee. He was actually part of the Church of Avicen, and all that they wanted to do was just stay in the chapel ruins peacefully. And I mean they did want to live a nice life when they were alive, but unfortunately they are now dead. And you have the idea of being able to actually befriend them and talk to them. So I want you to roll a persuasion. Roll an 8. Okay. So you go up to not Roddy Rich, but you go up to the Mr. Bitko skeleton, and you talk to him. You tell him what you've perceived. You tell him all about the Church of Avicen and how you know why they're there, that you understand their struggle. The skeleton looks at you a little confused, but he understands he understands what you're saying. He knows that you know. Unfortunately for you, he places your trust in his hands, because it is now time for him to attack, and it is up to him. If he does this attack, he cannot turn back. But if he doesn't land the attack, then he will be on your team, and he will help your team
Oh my
defeat the
God.
last skeleton. I shall now roll a d20. Okay, fortunately for Mr. Spooky, the skeleton misses his hit and begins to realize the true devotees that are right here in this church, whose names are Spooky, Ramon, Valoria, and Dismas. He goes on to their side, and they decide to fight the remaining skeleton, Mr. Roddy Rich. It is now Mr. What's his name? The female. Valoria, Mrs. Valoria's turn.
Is Roddy Rich still just on the ground over there?
Yeah, Roddy Rich is there. He's rotting, he's vibing.
God, we got Mr. B.
Yeah, that's right. What would you like to do?
Can I talk to Mr. Bitko?
You want to talk to Mr. Bitko?
Yeah.
What would you want to know?
How long he's been here for?
Okay. I want you to roll an insight.
An insight? An insight, you said? Okay, there it is.
Okay. So now you notice the skeletal priest, and you notice the garbs that he's wearing, and he tells you the great story of how it all came to be. He tells you of how enchanters and sorcerers came inside of the church and turned them into skeletons, killed them, stripped off their humanity, and they are now left as geists in this poor, solemn world. He tells you that one of the skeletons has a very, very important relic that you must find, but it can only be found in the remains. The two skeletons, Mr. Pavitt and Mr. Bitko, will help you find them, and will even sacrifice their own life in order to help you find the artifact, because they will want to be free once the Angel of Avacyn comes back.
Do I still have an action?
Can you talk a little bit louder, my friend?
Do I still have actions left?
Yes, you still have an action. You have an attack. Would you like to attack the last skeleton remaining?
Can I roll? Can I do any other rolls or checks or no?
I don't think so. That's it.
Damn. I'll take a pot shot at Roddy Rich, just for the hell of it.
Okay, roll a d20.
Finally.
With
decent
that d20, you need to roll now what weapon do you use?
short bow. Take a pot shot.
You will use short bow. Roll it. For piercing, you have now defeated Mr. Roddy Rich. He is officially now at 0 HP, and he remains only a crumble on the floor. Now, the four of you remaining players need to decide what to do. You have two adventurers, NPCs that are there to help you, the skeletons. They are willing to risk their lives for you. Do you go and tell them that you need that what's it called?
The artifact.
Yeah, do you tell them that you need the artifact and let them sacrifice themselves? Or do you look for it yourself in the chapel?
Didn't I uncover a shiny thing earlier when I shot my last arrow?
That is correct. There is a shiny thing in the church, but you don't remember where it is.
Oh shit.
Can we ask them if they know anything about the artifact?
Yeah, sure. Which one wants to roll an investigation? Who's gonna roll it?
I'll roll it.
My investigation is 0.
Mine's 1. Deanna, what's yours? Is he there? Okay, fuck it. Investigation. Ah, thank God. Can't get
Okay.
rolls. Fine.
The four adventurers sit down in the church, and the skeletons continue their ceremony to its conclusion. You must now perform a religion check.
Any of us or me?
Any of us?
I have a 0 for in religion.
-1.
I have a 2.
You roll it.
Okay.
No, that's history, my guy. Religion.
The skeletons, all of them,
Oh wait, that was
collapse on.
history. My bad. That was history.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Okay, I mean, it's fine. I don't care. So the skeletons all collapse in the ground, and then for a brief moment, you get to see the spectral images of their former living selves briefly appear. You thank the NPCs, and they reward you with a Thythe Bowl. I want one of you to roll an investigation.
Who's got
I
a
have a
good one?
4. I have a 4.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
go for it. Delicious.
You investigate the bowl. It is made of silver, and it is a collecting bowl. It's buried under the rubble besides the altar, and you pick it up. The bowl contains a variety of different coins. You have, but the most important, it is worth 15 gold coins to jewelers or employees of the church. So you may use this item and you may keep it in one of your inventories. Who decides to keep it?
Who has the most hit points?
Deonafel, probably, or Spooky, probably. I'm a
I have
rogue. I have
9.
7.
And currently at 4, max 8.
Isn't Ramon kind of dying still?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we doing our max HP or our HP?
No, like current HP.
Okay, I have 5.
Wait, what is
Remember-
my current?
9.
Remember, guys, you
You're
guys
current
can
9,
talk in between all of this stuff.
You're current 9, I think. Spooky.
So who's gonna keep the bowl?
I think Spooky should keep it.
Yeah, I
Who?
have a 9.
Spooky.
Spooky. Okay. I'm going to give you the bowl.
Good old Ramon with the good old inspiring words of
The
wisdom.
bowl of.
Healing Spooky back up. All it takes is a little bit of American
Bowl
idiot.
of silver.
Whatever the fuck America is.
And this item weighs 2 pounds. And it is worth 15 gold coins. There. It is inside of Spooky Lespecchio's inventory.
Let's beat.
Oh,
Now, do you... What? Hello?
You say
Are you
something?
guys ready?
yeah.
Wait, that shiny
Okay.
thing I saw. There's
Huh?
a shiny thing. I have to find my arrows. Let me try and regather
Oh.
my arrows. Actually.
Okay, roll a perception check. Great. You go towards the rubble of the church and find 2 arrows.
Nothing else.
You can update
Yeah.
your number of arrows. Now, you are now sitting inside of the rubble. Do you continue to search the chapel ruins? Because, as you guys remember, one of the priests who collapsed on the ground, they had a silver inlaid dagger. Do you guys decide to look for it?
Yeah.
I'll get. Let's go.
I need someone to roll an investigation.
Who has the high?
You, Spooky.
You,
You seem pretty investigative. You should join
my
the
highest
FBI.
are performance.
Great.
Wait.
Spooky kneels beside the pew where the skeleton collapsed, and he sees a beautiful dagger. It arouses him, and the silver just shakes his body. He starts to tremble because he feels power inside of it. If you guys wanna, can you guys look at the map right now?
Yeah.
He finds the silver inlaid dagger.
It's a magic card.
Its blessed silver etchings grant you a 1+ bonus to attack rolls against lycanthropes, fiends, and undead, which are pretty much all of the monsters here in what's it called? Innistrad. So if a lycanthropy is stuck by this weapon, it takes an extra 1d6 of radiant damage. So who wants to keep this dagger?
Is that a throwable dagger or is it just a stabbing dagger?
It is a stabbing dagger.
Damn.
I'm more of a music guy.
Hmm?
I'm more of a music kind of guy. I don't think I need that.
We can sell it though, right?
Yes,
Why
you
would
can sell
not?
it.
I mean, it'd come in handy.
I can tell you how much it's worth.
Dion, don't you already have an inherent like you're good against undead?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
you guys, in order to sell it, you guys must go into the next town.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, we'll sell it.
I'll take it for
We'll
now.
take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I'll hold on to it. Give it.
I'll
give
put
to
it
me
on the
just in
right.
case.
Add the silver inlay dagger to your collection.
Which one of us?
Me.
Andre.
I'll take it.
Or
What's the damage? What's the damage roll, just in case?
Of this silver inlay dagger,
Yeah.
it is just you 1d6 radiant damage. There's no separate bonus damage.
But if a lycanthrope takes a hit, it takes more damage.
That's correct.
Okay.
And you can use this when you attack with a normal weapon as well. So this is like a secondary weapon.
Ooh.
Normally, when when it's your turn, you have a movement or a skill that you can roll. Then you have an attack, and then this is a bonus attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna fucking add. Ukrainian guy,
Yeah.
and tell him to fucking give us terms for fucking the robot.
Okay.
Yeah, perms.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Then I now have terms as well.
Mhm.
Yes. So that is for the magic item.
Also, Ronaldo,
Yes.
like during that thing, I had to fix my character sheet
Really? Why? What happened?
because I forgot to add fucking spells.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Like,
Oh yeah, I
you
know. I saw.
You kept-
You added a
I-
bunch of spells.
Dude, I get 4 spells and two extra cantrips.
Damn. That's a
I
lot.
didn't know that.
With
'Cause
what?
So bard spell level, like they're level 1.
Ah,
A
I
bard
see.
level 1 gets 2 cantrips and 4 spells. But I already had a cantrip because I'm a tiefling.
Okay. Well. Well,
So-
great.
Sorry, I'm adding my last spell in right now.
Okay.
But,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
sorry.
continue the story. Okay.
Sorry if it was confusing.
So, as the group leaves the abandoned church, you are all happy that you have defeated the skeletons. Even though some became your friends, you are happy that they are gone and that they are now living or not living through their peaceful death. They have been served with what you think is very well deserved peaceful death. Now, you continue in your horse-drawn carriage towards the next village. What will you guys do?
What kind of rest was the travel? A long rest or a short rest?
It is a long rest because now you have recovered all of the HP that you have lost in the journey.
Okay, cool.
Now, anything? Any skill you guys want to go anywhere specific? Because you guys can look at the map.
Probably look for a shop first.
Okay. Because right now you are near the. You guys see the leftward brown part? You guys are in
Yeah.
that long route
Nice.
out of the mountain range, like where the brown meets the yellow. So there's a long way to go.
Ah, I see, I
Which
see.
town would you guys like to go to? The one where you are joined by the river, or the forest where you guys are pretty much in the middle of nowhere? The town with the water in it has a place where you could trade the bowl for gold coins, and where you could refuel and buy more resources.
I don't want to go to the top.
Yeah, I'd want to go to the town with the supplies shop and shit.
Hello.
Hello. Is my mic low?
Yes. Yeah, a little bit. Sort of.
Weird. Let's go to that fucking town with the supply shop. Fuck it, let's go.
You guys want to go to the town?
Yeah, for sure.
Wait,
Okay.
I kind of have to know how long we're gonna keep going. Are we gonna finish today?
Oh no.
No, probably not.
You see how long our first encounter was, my guy? This is gonna be
I know.
one grand epic
The
adventure.
type of luck that we had.
Oh, no.
Okay. Are you guys enjoying this, or should I keep it a little bit more fast-paced?
That's fine. This is fine. It's actually this is fucking funny as hell. When we miss these rolls, it's actually pretty funny.
I'm
Okay.
just so confused. I don't even know what's happening. I almost murdered Sean brutally. I don't know.
I mean, you had the option to choose. So if you would have chosen right, then Mr. Roddy Rich would have been dead earlier.
Or if you would have
Yeah.
chosen wrong, I would have died.
Yeah, but
You
then you
wouldn't
got
have
3 chances to
died.
get back to life. It's okay. Okay. So now so let's take a vote. I want to see the vote in the chat. So if you guys want to go to the village near the water, I want you guys to put 1. And if you guys want to go to the village near the forest, I want you guys to put 2. Okay, that's fine. Majority. So we are going to go to the water village. So
George, it's unanimous.
Even shit.
okay, so
Sit down. You can watch TV.
what- who's-
I'll take it out later.
okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
This is all happening in character. He's talking to us in the fucking carriage.
Oh
That's
no.
great.
Never mind. I thought I was mute.
Okay, so as you approach the town surrounded by the river, you are quick to notice that there are plenty of little ships in the water, and you also see that there is a merchant sitting at the table. Do you wish to approach any of these locations, whether it be the water routes or the merchant?
I have a big ass boat.
Where is your boat, Spooky? Is it here?
It's my black pearl.
Tell me it's here, Spooky. Come on.
I have to roll it. I have to roll it into
Yes,
the water, and
that
then
is
it'll
correct.
like pop.
Wait, how are you carrying this boat?
It's a black.
It's like you guys know like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like the
Where-
Black Pearl, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
So
only
where
way.
would you like to go? Would you guys like to go to the merchant
I'd like
first?
to go
or
to the merchant.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So Spooky, your boat can wait, because when you guys board that boat, you can't leave.
Oh.
Oh, we can't?
No, you can't leave until you get to the next town.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you guys want to go to the merchant. So the four of you walk diligently through the town, and you notice that a lot of people, they look really sad.
Wait, what?
So as you walk into the village, you notice that a lot of the people, they look really depressed. They look really sad. They seem to be really down. And would anyone like to know why?
Why?
Can we?
I'd like
You would have to.
ask someone why everybody here is so depressed.
Okay, you see three people. One of them is a tall man, very muscular. The other one is a child, looks very malnourished. And the other one is a lady. She looks also very malnourished. Which
Lady.
one of them
Lady,
you want to go
Yes,
to the
lady.
lady? Okay. Now you
I
talk
want
to her.
ask-
Okay, I want you
I want to use my
to. You want to use your charm? I want you to roll. I want you to roll a persuasion. Great. So you approach the lady, and she looks very frail, but she puts on a smile for you, even though you notice that she's quite aggravated and sad in the inside. And you ask her what's wrong. Ask her.
Oh, hello, love. What's happening here?
Can't really say. Been born in a life of so much pain and suffering. I don't even know what happiness is.
Is this the Doomer girl? Is this Doomer?
This is the Doomer girl.
Play a song. Raise our morale.
You could do that. That's right.
Can I pull the kid aside?
Great.
Anyone
I roll a
else?
performance.
Oh, oops.
Like the.
Oh,
Okay.
Can I?
Ooh,
Wow.
Whoa.
I have a
So-
5 performance, bro.
That's
Okay,
still
that
pretty good.
makes sense.
That's still
Damn.
pretty good.
Performance? Anything with
E-Man, E-Man, you were gonna say something?
Actually, no. I take it back. I'm good.
Okay. Yes, Ramon?
I'm amazing at.
Word. Understandable. The lady looks up at you and she sees which instrument would you like to play?
I think this time I'm gonna play like a really sick drum, like drum solo. You know,
Okay.
'Cause I have
So as you approach the lady, she seems to be interested in what you're holding. And you open a small bag. And from that small bag, you pull out an entire drum set and place it down in front of her. As you look at her, you grin and you say,
Are you ready to rock?
And she says, I guess. She looks up at you, expecting a great show. And you take out your medieval iPhone. You put it on the side, you connect the Bluetooth speaker, and you start playing Tom Sawyer from the band Rush. You play the best drum solo that you could ever play. Amazing cymbals, amazing hi-hats, lows. The bass drum is just ideal. The lady looks a little bit aroused. She looks at you, and she says, where are you guys from?
From your dreams, girl.
She giggles. And she winks at you. She says, Roar XD. And she starts to open up. What would you like to ask her?
Oh shit, what should I ask her? I don't even know.
Hold on.
What should I ask?
Maybe if she knows a good promo code for the merchant that we're about to head to.
No, we're not asking for
That is
discounts yet.
that is an interesting one right there.
I don't know if we want to ask for discounts yet.
No, we want discounts.
No, we're making
Yes.
friends with the locals, right? Maybe I should put
Yeah.
you and attract more people.
Let's have a vote. If you guys want to ask for a discount, press 1. If you guys don't, press 2.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with it. Actually,
I want it.
Wait.
All right, fine.
Interesting.
Mother.
Okay, I want one representative of each side to roll a d20.
Facto, you roll.
Sean, you roll. I've had shit luck all day.
I got
Okay.
13.
So that means that you do not ask, unfortunately. For
Alright.
the,
Can I ask her, basically if like she's seen anybody like anything weird or like interesting that we should know about this area? You know what I mean?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I want you to roll a persuasion.
Mhm.
Okay.
Another 10.
Well, I could tell you about something. The other day, I did hear that a lot of people went missing around the other edge of the river. Some people say that there are really weird monsters there, and that they see blinding lights all the time, and that the monsters disappear. One time, my parents took a barge to the other city, and they never came back. That's why I became an e-girl. Please subscribe to my OnlyFans. She gives you the link for her OnlyFans. And she gives you a special promo code, not for the merchant, unfortunately, but for her OnlyFans.
Yes!
She's also very wary and tells you, here's my Snapchat premium. I'll give you 2 months.
I knew it. My boy ain't a simp though.
Bro, this is
Promoting
worse than the
it.
skeleton. This is worse than the skeleton.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm putting the work, bro.
She walks away, and a little pep in her step, and then she wiggles her, her finger at you, and gives all of you guys a kiss goodbye. Blows a kiss goodbye. Now, what will you do?
Is the kid still there?
The kid is still there. He is tying his shoes inside of a ice cream store.
Can I walk up
Dumb
to him?
bitch.
I'm a character.
Oh, that's right.
Can I walk up to him and just ask him if he wants to see some cool tricks?
Sure. Roll a persuasion.
Oh, I thought you were like, do you want to see my dick?
I'm a girl. I am a female. Thank you.
At a bard class could get away with that though.
Okay. So you go up to him, and you look at his face. He's very, very dirty. He looks malnourished. So, would you like to use a couple of your gold coins to kind of give him interest in you? Because right now he's not looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Just
many gold
wave him in
coins?
his face and then. he
Do I
gets
have
it.
any gold coins?
It doesn't have to be gold. So 1 gold coin is equal to 5 silver. 5 silver is equal to the nickel, and then that nickel is equal to copper. It's 5 of each. So what do you need? What do you want to give him?
Let me do a bunch of coin tricks with like 3 silver coins.
So you have 5. So you have 5 iron coins right now. I mean 5 gold. So you want to use how many? 3 silver coins?
Yeah.
So we're gonna make this into 4, and then this is going to become 2. Okay, that's fine, perfectly fine. So, oh no, wait, Dismas, are you the no? Fucking that's wrong.
I got it. I changed it.
Okay. So you are Valoria, Ragnar.
Yep.
Great. Perfect. So, which coins do you decide to use to lure him?
3 silvers.
Great. Silver 1, silver 2s, or silver elite guardians?
Only silver ones. Only silver ones. We're not good enough yet.
Understandable. So you go up to the boy and you what do you do?
I just juggle the coins around a bit.
Okay, I
Wouldn't
want you
like
to
an
roll a
act.
performance.
There it is.
Okay. The boy looks up at you. Except he doesn't look fully up at you. He looks at your chest first, and then he looks up at you.
Thank you.
And
I'm
he
only a
notices the
C cup.
coins. And he's like, "Whoa, that's a really cool trick." And then he looks at your chest again. And then he looks up back. And he says, "Hi, my name is Adolf. Very nice to meet you."
Hey, kiddo.
What do
That's an
How you doing?
unfortunate ass name.
Yeah, you think? Hold on. Let me think.
what do you want to know?
Hey, kiddo. Why do you look so dirty and
Roll a persuasion.
malnourished? That's kind of tough.
Well, my parents left me when I was really little, and all I do now is just clean shoes. That's why I'm tying my shoes right now, because I want people to notice that I'm in the shoe business. I have a couple of rags here if you want. Maybe if you could pay me those gold coins, I could give you information and also shine your shoes. What do you do?
That's some tough luck, kid, but I've gotten way worse when I was your age or younger. You're gonna have to work a little more for my gold coins if you want some food or water.
Roll a persuasion again. Kid looks really sad because he just missed his perfect chance at getting a couple of gold coins, which would have probably given him food for the rest of the month. But he still looks fine, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Okay, what do you want to know, sir?"
Ma'am. That's ma'am to you, kid.
Oh yeah, ma'am. That's right. You don't have to roll anything. Just tell me what you want to know.
What's the local playground rumors, kid?
The local what?
Playground rumors, kiddo.
The local playground rules?
Rumors.
Rumors. So the kid looks up at you, and he tells you, "Well, there is no playground in this town. It's really desolate. We have nowhere to play, and I don't even have time to play because I have to be working every single day." That's so gay. So then he goes up to you and he tells you, "Listen, I'll give you a lot of information on whatever you want to know. I see hundreds of people pass by me every single day, and I will tell you everything that I know. But please, sir, I want some money." What will you do?
I throw him 1 gold coin. Right at his face.
God damn it, this crackhead ass kid. What's the big for a
Get rid of 1 gold coin.
Can I throw it hard at his face?
Yeah, sure. You could do a couple of HP damage if you want.
Not HP damage. I just want to like.
What do you mean?
Fucking-
What's the name of the girl with the relic?
The angel. Or no?
Katarina?
Is that her name? I
The-
don't know.
the loot
one
girl?
who
Katarina,
had the
yeah.
relic and okay.
Katarina. Like, it's like Katarina's like 7 boyfriends.
That was the girl who I was talking to?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's the girl with the loot.
No, that's the one that we're looking for right now in the journey.
Oh, okay. Katarina.
There's a
That's
note
right.
here, right?
Okay. So you You got rid of 1 gold coin, and that's now the child. The child looks up, and he's so happy because you gave him the gold coin, and he tells you, "Okay, I'll tell you anything you want me to know. Just follow me." He leads you into a tavern. In that tavern, you find a lot of weird-looking people. You find a lot of disheveled-looking professors. They all work at Stanford and Caltech. They all look very, very smelly.
Oh man.
But one of them catches your eye. And that one professor's name is Dr. Kynes. Do you go up to him?
Am I alone or is the whole party with me?
You're alone.
I
Then,
want to go.
well, unless Ramon goes with you.
I'll go with him.
Okay. Who else wants to go with?
I feel like Ramon is a tavern kind of dude.
Okay, let's chill. You could, you could play your
My
what is it
loot
called?
for
Your
everyone.
liar. Yeah.
May I go?
Of course, anyone can go. Is Dianfo even here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan can talk to the buff dude.
Okay, so let's imagine that all of you guys go to the tavern. You're following the little boy, and the little boy disappears. He took your golden coin. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, this is good news because you have found a place where you can actually gain information. Out of the corner of your eye, the person called Dr. Kynes stands up, and you see an illumination coming from his garb. You see that it is a pendant with a compass in it. What do you do?
May I strike up a conversation to distract him while using my mage hand to steal the pendant?
Great. I want you to roll a deception first.
Fucking hell, man.
Okay. Well, hey there, ho there, hi there. My name is Dr. Kynes. How are you doing today?
Just trying to look for places I can earn some money around here.
Oh. Well, what you could do is you could work for the shipyards. I hear that they pay quite a lot, but it is grueling work. I want you to roll a sleight of hand.
Wait, doesn't Mage Hand have its own roll?
Oh,
Let me
I think after you cast it, it's just an extension of yourself, right?
Oh,
it's like a big hand thing within like their...
Oh no, yeah, but that's the
I have mage hand on mine. I can check.
what's his name? Dismas. Well, nevertheless, you rolled a great sleight of hand. So you go up to him and you start to talk about the new Minecraft update, 1.16, and how they just truly just destroyed the zombie pigments. And he it strikes a nerve with him, and he stands up and looks at you, and he gets closer to you, and that's when you grab his pendant. You slightly cut the string with your fingernails because they're so sharp. They're sharp from years of training. And when you cut them, he doesn't even notice. The chain slips off, and into your hand lies a golden compass. What do you do now? Do you walk away, or do you continue the chat in order to find information?
Continue the chat.
Okay.
can I walk next to Dismas, bump him, and whisper into his ear, "Hey, give me that shit"?
Roll a. Give me a second. Roll a sleight of hand again.
Me?
No, Andre.
Okay.
Great. So you walk by Dismas, and he hands you the compass, where you can walk freely towards the bar. Dismas, do you have any interest with Dr. Kynes?
What do you mean by that? Like,
Do you want to continue,
oh,
or do you guys want to?
can I strike up a conversation about the missing pendant and deceive him to say that the boy stole it?
Okay.
Ooh, that's
So
some
he
big
looks
brain
up at
shit.
you.
Huh?
That's some big brain shit. Not gonna lie.
That's right. I want you to roll a performance.
Hmm.
Does Dismas still have his bardic inspiration I gave him?
Oh shoot! I think I. Wait, is
He
it?
never used it.
Everyone say bye bye to Dion.
Bye bye, Dionafel.
Too late. He already left.
Oh.
Okay.
He never used it. I don't think.
So
I
now,
don't- got it.
how about we end here? I'll give you guys the information, and then we could end before the next event.
All right.
Okay. So you strike a conversation with Dr. Kynes, and he tells you, "Well, yeah, I've what do you want to say to him first?"
Well, first I want to talk about the Strider update. You know,
Okay.
what it introduces into the game, and then I want to cause some sort of a commotion and say that this kid stole his pendant.
Okay, he looks up at you in outrage, and he says, "How dare that little kid? I'll find him. I know where he lives."
Oh my god.
I believe it.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah, that's right. He looks up at you, and then, what do you want to ask him about the pendant? Because now his mind is on the pendant.
Oh yeah. Maybe what it's worth to him, like what it means to him, or why he has it. Maybe if that's valid to ask. You know, like in that tone, like being cautious about it, not really like super interested, but just out of curiosity.
See.
Something along the lines of, "What's that pendant even for?"
Okay, that's fine. So he tells you, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there lived a man, and his name was Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was actually the owner of the pendant. And he said that whatever the owner wants, the most deepest desire, the compass, meaning the pendant, will show the true location of that item, person, or location. What do you do with this information? Do you
Bro.
leave?
I think there's nothing more to milk out of it, so I think
Yeah,
we're
that
moving on.
pendant is fucking amazing, bro.
Oh, good thing we fucking slided that shit. Good job.
I know.
Actually outplayed.
Nice one.
That is very nice.
I thought Reynaldo was about to pull. Oh, that pendant meant nothing.
Oh, it was just my wife's from like a couple years ago.
Yeah, like give us some sob stories.
Still going to the merchant, man, so
Yes, we are. So
Oh, we're
I
keeping
want
that
you
thing, my
guys
guy.
to go to the merchant, and you see that he has a couple of things in stock. He has arrows, and he has a couple of what's it called? He has a couple of ropes and a couple of balls that he can use in order to create traps or any type of small
sound?
rotating mechanism.
Oh, okay.
Each of the ropes are worth 2 silver coins, and 1 ball bearing or ball is worth 1 nickel.
I don't think I have any money.
Oh crap.
Would any of the money holders like to share their wealth?
No, I think I'm probably fine because none of this looks interesting to me. So I'll just wait to like jack it off of a
Give me some of that rope.
fallen dude.
Would anyone be interested in having arrows?
I don't need arrows. Give me the rope.
What?
Give me the rope, my guy.
Hold up, wait, you're buying the rope?
Yeah.
Is there a way to barter from this man?
There is a way. We can barter. We can barter from an item.
Maybe like reduce the cost.
Okay.
I pull out my whip. I pull out my whip and show it to the merchant.
Oh my god.
You see this, my guy? Higher quality rope than the rope you have here. I'm willing to trade this rope for the 2 rope you have right there.
He looks up at you with an interested look on his face. He gazes down, he looks at his pocket watch and says, "Listen now. This pocket watch was handed down from generation to generation. I've built many walls with this pocket watch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't go to people and tell them that this pocket watch is better than theirs. So you'll have to find a better way to make me lower the price, because that's the art of the deal.
Say it was made here, like it was made in this country. I bet he loves this country.
Bro, I just want the rope. I just want the
He
rope for
doesn't
my
like
whips.
immigrants.
Mm-mm.
Do you guys want to roll an investigation and see what he does like?
Mm,
Our investigation roller is gone right now, right? He's passed out or something.
fuck it, let's do it.
That's right. He's left. He's lost in the party. I think
He's
he
drunk
went
at
to
the tavern.
stripper club.
He went to the underground part of the tavern.
That's correct.
Fuck it, I'll roll the investigation.
Roll the investigation. You get an 18. Okay. So he goes up to you and he goes up to you. You know what? I want to make Innistrad great again. So I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want that little boy that you found. He looks up at you and he looks 100% serious.
What does he mean? We don't own him.
That's correct.
We didn't give him a gold coin and now
He
he's
tells
like,
you. He tells you. That boy has been robbing. He's a rapist. He's a murderer.
what the fuck?
God, oh god.
What's he doing a social service then?
Favorite female.
I want you to capture him with the full force. What do you do?
Can I ask him
Do
if
ex-
he like wants us to kill him or like just
Dead or
capture
alive.
him?
Sure. Roll an investigation.
Alright. Shit. Hold on. An 18. Natural, bro.
No, I don't want to kill him. I just want to bring him to justice. I knew his father once. He was a very, very bad man. And I just want to bring him to peace. I will bring him into the orphanage, and they will correct him.
Okay.
Do you accept this challenge?
Yes.
Thieves code, I stay out of this. You guys can have fun.
I say yes, because this might be easy if I roll correctly.
I think yes. I don't see why not.
You two can do it.
Here's the
I'll-
thing: you guys
I'll
have to
stay
go
out.
as a group.
As a group?
If the majority votes.
Oh,
So
shit.
whoever wants to go after this, press 1. Whoever doesn't, press 2.
The kid was poor. I can see it. I saw it in his eyes. I saw it when I gave him the gold coin. Reminded me of me when I was younger. He might have not gone through the same shit I did, but I could see it. He struggled.
Yeah, but I don't think being poor means that like you can rape people. Is the thing.
Who says we
The
can?
shop owner looks at you and he goes, "Being poor is no excuse for being a terrible person."
Who says
What do
this?
you do?
Who says we can trust this shop owner?
Okay,
can't.
well, that's the thing. I can I like talk
I think
with him?
insight would teach you to see if he's lying.
Yeah, you could roll an insight.
Oh,
Who's got good insight?
I have
Oh.
a 1.
I have a +1.
I have 3.
Go for it.
Oh, go for it. You look into the shop owner's eyes and you look into his soul. Unfortunately, it is just completely just lackluster. There's nothing there.
Can
You
I
cannot-
try rolling insight?
You can try rolling insight, sure.
Alright, let's all fucking try it. I'm trying it too.
14.
oh God's will, man.
As you look into him, you see something good. You see that he is not lying. He does truly want to capture the
Okay.
kid.
I tell everybody else he's not lying. It was a
Someone else roll insight.
We have to roll it again.
What does that tell us?
And as Ramon tells you, yes, he's not lying. Dismas looks directly into his soul. He grabs the fire from his hand into the firebolt, and he puts it right next to the merchant's face. But he lets him know that there is absolutely no issue with him doing this. He is truly just testing his ability to lie or to tell the truth. And when he looks up to his soul, he sees that he is not lying about wanting to capture the child, but he is not going to the orphanage. He wants the child to work for him, for slave labor.
Fuck, man. I don't know if we want to do this over some rope.
No, but no, okay. So
Is this a side quest we can do without the
Here's the
Dianova?
thing. You guys truly don't know what you're doing this for. Yeah, sure, there's rope, but there is a lot more in this story that I have in mind.
Yeah,
Can
I can see.
can I use no wait. Can I try to like persuade him to give us more? Be like, hey,
Sure.
maybe
Roll
if we do get
roll
it.
a persuasion.
Okay. Hold up. Character C.
hmm.
That's a 20. Persuasion is really good for me. I'm trying to use it every chance I get.
The merchant looks up at you and he tells you, "Listen, we have the best hospitals in all of the world, and that's where they make the best health potions. I
Yeah.
will give you 2 health potions that will fully revive a person that is at 1 HP.
That is
Nothing
really
more,
good.
nothing less. Exactly at 1 HP.
Oh, he
You
has to
accept
be
this
exactly
request.
at 1
Exactly at
HP.
one?
Yes.
Fuck the fuck? Shit.
Oh.
Hmm.
Can I try to hide
Like-
in the shop while he's talking to my party members?
You what?
Can I try and hide in the shop while he's talking to the other two?
Yeah, sure. What is your intention?
Let me just hide for now. Let me just try and slip away from his sight.
Roll a let me look for it.
Stealth, right?
Just straight
Yes,
up
roll
stealth.
stealth.
Ah, son of a bitch.
You try slipping into the corridor of the merchant's establishment. Unfortunately, he catches you and tells you, "Hey, the goods are that. Get out."
Damn it.
So you have to go back to your group.
Wait, so is he out and we're in? Like he's just waiting outside? Or
No, I'm just back with you guys.
He's just back
Oh,
with you.
okay.
He's straight from the group.
okay.
Can he hear us if we discuss?
No, he cannot hear you if you discuss because
Okay,
you can
so-
move a little bit farther away.
I want to find this kid and understand the relationship between these two people.
Yeah.
But I like
I'm
we
still
can
not
promise this guy the kid, but we don't have to deliver. And I
Yeah.
can always just lie because I got a deception 5.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty good.
So
Can we ask him about
we'll
his
get
dad?
something out of this either way.
The merchant mentioned something about the kid's dad. Can we ask about him?
Yeah, maybe if like the kid had a really like special dad, maybe his dad left him something that he can try to trade his life for from us, you know?
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm hoping this is Baron. That's all. The only reason why I want to find this kid.
Because he's the expert, dude.
Alright, we turn to the merchant and ask him. You said something about the kid's dad? What about the dad?
Roll a persuasion. The kid's dad, he was a no good businessman. He tried going against me. Tried to bring the Italian mafia in. I remember there was a man, his last name was Laspecchio. And he had a certain gaze up to him. But after that date, I've never seen him ever again. He looted the stores. And even though he says that he is true-hearted, how can a man do this to his fellow men?
It's a good thing Dianafo left then. Shit.
Is
Isn't
it worth?
isn't Spooky's last name right?
Yeah,
I'm not-
Laspecchio's Dianafo character.
No, I'm saying this in character. Like I'm just like trying to process in my mind. Like wait,
Oh yeah.
isn't Spooky's surname?
Yeah. I don't know if we should let him know that.
Maybe we should just ignore the kids and ignore this guy, and not dig up any of Lespecchio's past.
Yeah, I think that might be best.
Okay.
I think we should back
So
out.
I want you guys to put a 1 if you guys want to just ignore this whole situation, or 2 if you want to continue. That is still majority. Okay, so you guys decide to ignore the situation. Um, so now, are you still willing to buy the rope for
Just
that price?
yeah, just give me the rope. How
Okay.
much? How much is
that
it?
will be.
All right.
Let me look at your money. You
I'm I have to go.
going to take 2 silver pieces,
Yeah.
and you get 1 rope.
Hey, Ray,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go soon too.
Yeah. This is where I'm gonna end it.
All right.
So now, with with all of this backstory in mind, you know that this village right here signifies something for the Lespecchio character, but you're not sure what it signifies. So that's what you guys will discover in the next adventure.
That's pretty cool.
And cut.
Okay.
That was really good.
That was really good. That was really good.
That was so much
Where's my
fun.
OP?
That's some good ass DMing from you. Not gonna lie.
Dude, you are really
Yeah.
good at DMing.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I mean, I prepared this for like 2 days. I have a lot of plot holes, but I feel like they can become loopholes.
I know.
So-
I like how like from buying rope